All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, brothers, holding fast to faith, staying occupied in prophecy. This is Debak, and with me I have
Sairan.
And we're here to just put together a lesson through the Spirit. You know, I know the brother had watched the Apostle Tahara's video that he did on the chip, and I watched other brothers. They posted, different videos regarding that company that is basically mandating their employers
In Wisconsin.
that was it said, to take the chip. So the lesson that we're going to do is that no matter what, the elect is not going to take the chip, okay? No matter what the circumstances, it doesn't mean if we have to lose our jobs, if we have to go hungry for a period of time, if we have to be without, shelter or whatever the case may be that we have to make a sacrifice for, that's what we're going to do, including our own lives, okay? And that's what it is. And so I got the scriptures to prove that the elect, no matter what, is not going to take the RFID microchip, okay? Even if it means that they have to be put to death for their faith. And that's what it's all about. It's about keeping our loyalty to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai through and through, no matter what. Not wavering, not being double-minded, So that's the mind state of the Lord's hopeful elect, all right? So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 32, or the book of Sirach. Actually, chapter 33, starting with verse 1, and if you brothers want to say anything. It says, "There shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord, but in temptation, even again he will deliver him." So the point is the Most High is going to deliver us out of that temptation, because it's going to serve as a temptation. That's why the scriptures specifically speak about the hour of temptation, because that's literally the device, meaning the RFID microchip. That's going to be the main thing that Esau uses to tempt all men on the planet Earth. All right? That's going to be the main thing. But the elect, because we believe in the commandments, we know we're not supposed to be getting any engravings in our flesh. Okay, we know that we're not supposed to accept the so-called white man's New World Order.
You know the prophecy on the mark of the beast.
We know the prophecy on the mark of the beast, which we have, that we're going to fulfill the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, because we want the kingdom, we don't want Esau to continue to rule. And by taking his mark, you basically accepting his rulership and his dominion over you. We're not down with that, man. The men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai are not down with that. We want our kingdom to be restored in righteousness. We don't want to continue to be in this kingdom filled with wickedness. We want this devil to be brought down. So if it comes to the point, which it will, because all men will be tested with this, when it comes to us, man, we're going to reject it at all costs. Okay, and that's going to be done through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says, "Therefore shall no evil happen unto him that feareth the Lord." Now we know the fear of the Lord, right, is the beginning of wisdom. And because we have an understanding of the commandments, the Lord has put fear in us to obey him. All right, we have that understanding. We don't lack that understanding. But in temptation, even again, he will deliver him. So even in that temptation, no matter what conditions we're going to be put under, just think of it this way: when you go through different trials in this truth, the Most High always finds a way to relieve you of that pressure. And basically, that's the same that the Most High is going to do for us when we're tested with this chip. The Most High is going to relieve us. Okay, he's going to deliver us ultimately. All right, depending on our faith and our loyalty. Right? "A wise man hateth not the law, but he that is a hypocrite therein is as a ship in a storm. And a man of understanding trusteth in the law, and the law is faithful unto him as an oracle." All right, so we trust not to take the RFID microchip. All right, and we trust in the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who have already forewarned us. Okay. This is Revelation chapter 3 and 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." Want to say anything on that? No. So it says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience." Who's keeping the word, okay, of the patience, man? And the word patience basically means to suffer. So we're suffering now, so that when we go through that ultimate trial period, man, we're not taken by it. All right, we don't get weak just because we're going hungry. We don't get weak just because we might have some fears. All right, we don't get weak for no reason at all. And the scriptures even tell you that we haven't been given the spirit of fear, man. We're gonna be in a different spirit too, man. We're gonna be in that spirit. You best kill me because we're not taking that chip. If that's what it comes down to, okay. If that's what it comes down to. That's what we're gonna do, man.
Yeah, the same spirits of the prophets of old that we're willing to lay their lives on the line for this truth.
Right. It's because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. All right, so we're looking to obtain that crown. That's another reason why we're not taking the chip. Like I stated before, we want the kingdom to be established, man. We want to be beamed up out of this destruction too. We don't want to partake of nuclear hellfire, man. You got some?
Yeah, I got some precepts.
Go ahead.
So this is Jeremiah 17. Actually, I'm going to read Isaiah 30 first.
What time do you got?
3:06.
Okay.
So it's Isaiah 30 and 18. And therefore will the Lord wait, that he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For the Lord is a God of judgment. Blessed are all they that wait for him. And part of that waiting is waiting, even though when that chip gets implemented, you're going to have to show patience. Because the most hell you're going to catch is when that chip is implemented full scale. Because you're going to have to lose your job, you're going to have to you're going to have to lose your family, you know. You're going to lose a lot of things when that chip comes out. This is Jeremiah 17:05. Thus saith the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, and whose heart departeth from the Lord. So you got, that says, cursed be the man that trusteth in man. You got a lot of guys that are going to be trusting in Esau's policy. They do it today, trusting Esau's policy, trusting Esau's politics.
Yeah, they're going to have the spirit of, well, this is what I got to do to survive.
Yep. Kind, and they're not trusting.
Because they didn't heed the words of exactly. They didn't heed the words of the prophets.
Yep.
We're straight telling you not to take the RFID microchip.
Yep.
But here's the reality. The reality is the majority of individuals that are going to be tempted with it, tempted with the RFID microchip, that is, they're going to take it. They're going to take it.
Yep.
Because they're weak, man. They're spiritually weak. Right? Jake is just spiritually weak, man. 2/3 are going to be taken by it. And you see the nations, they're just Satan, man. They're going to take it. Whatever nations are in America and all around the world, because it's going to be all around the world, man. It's already in different parts of Europe. Okay? Now it's officially being instituted in Wisconsin.
Yep.
You know the name of the business by chance?
No, I was looking up. It just kept saying a business in Wisconsin.
Yeah, so they said, you know what? We're going to go ahead and make this chip mandatory at our place of employment. If you want to work for us, you're going to have to get this chip. So that's what it is, man. And then one of the brothers in the camp sent me an article. You might be able to pull it up, where one of these banks offered a couple different businesses to go cashless. So basically, they're not going to use no cash at these different places of business. I think they offered them like 10. I don't know if it was $10,000 or $10 million. Look up. Bank offers companies $10,000 to go cashless. See what comes up. So that's the time that we're coming to, man. We're coming to that hour of temptation, to the implementation of the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip, on a mandatory level. All right, where you're not going to be able to actively function in society. You're not going to be recognized in society without that chip. You're going to have to be validated and authenticated through that chip. It ain't going to be your license. Your license ain't going to be enough. Your social security number ain't going to be enough. Your birth certificate ain't going to be enough. Okay? You telling individuals who you are is not going to allow you to receive the benefits that you're allowed to receive right now.
It just says, Visa looking to help small business goes cashless. Visa looking to push more small businesses into updating their digital payment technology, offering up to $10,000 each to 50 U.S.-based small business owners. They're attacking the small business owners now because like people like places like Walmart, your local like high-end stores, you know, Giant and all that.
Yeah, they're all going with the program
exactly.
anyway.
Amazon, they're all going to go with that program. And I got a quick precept.
And see, these companies need that money.
Yeah.
They see Esau
especially
knows,
small businesses.
Esau knows how to.
Yep.
Hey, man. Remember, the devil coming to bring this temptation upon. The devil knows, man. The devil knows how to tempt men. Okay, so Esau tempting these different business owners to get them to fulfill his agenda, man, which is to go cashless completely.
Okay. I got a precept real quick.
Yep.
This is Psalms 10:2. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. And that's offering $10,000 to these small mom and pop shops is pretty much persecuting the poor because they already don't have much. So they're obviously going to take the $10,000, right?
Yep.
Let them be taken.
Yeah, for them that would be an advantage.
Yeah.
For them that would be an advantage, man.
Right, that $10,000 was like for the small business owners. It's for Esau to get the advantage on them.
Right.
You know?
Well, it's for them too, you know? They see it as a win.
Oh, yeah.
All we got to do
yeah.
is go cashless because they're not thinking of the actual
Yep.
consequences of the decisions that they're getting ready to make. They're just thinking about that quick cash, man.
Yep.
Damn, $10,000, all I got to do is go pay cashless. Sign me up.
Yeah, it was like when they were going around getting the weapons. They said, "Oh, we'll give you $100 for every weapon." And people were just handing in their weapons because they needed the money.
Yeah, Esau knows how to deceive, man. How to speak smoothly to you.
Yep, and now I'm going to keep reading because this proves it. The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. And the devices, when you look it up, is Mazma, I believe I'm pronouncing it right. And it says a purpose, discretion, device, a plot. So that RFID microchip is ultimately a giant plot. Okay, it's a scheme.
Yes, right.
It says a plan. So Esau has this plan, and the reason why I brought this out is because you see more and more now, like businesses going to a radio frequency identification type of thing. Or this brother brought out many videos and other brothers about the NFC, the near field communications. So they're installing that stuff all over. At my gas station, close to where I live, they installed an NFC way of payment. So you can all you have to do is tap your card on it. You don't have to tap it. You just hold it up to it. So that's already the technology of the RFID microchip. Now all you got to do is put it in your skin and you put your hand up there. The technology is already there. You know what I mean? They're just setting the path so that they can then implement this RFID microchip.
Yep. This is 2 Peter chapter 2:9. It says, "The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations."
Yep.
Again, the ultimate temptation is the RFID microchip. "And to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished." And the unjust are those that are going to actually take that chip. And they're going to be reserved because they're going to take that chip. And when they do that, the Most High going to mark them to receive nuclear missile. It says, "But chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanliness and despise government." Now, who's the government? The government are the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. That's the government. They despise the apostles and elders. Look how many guys talk shit, okay, about the RFID microchip not being the mark of the beast, and directly attack our apostles and our elders, man, and us brothers, man. The real government is our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. It says, "Presumptuous are they, self-willed. They are not afraid to speak evil of dignities." Yeah, man, they pour out all kinds of abomination, you know? They're self-willed. They don't consider what's actually in the scriptures, man. The mark of the beast ain't the chip. You know, y'all are crazy. And whatever other bullshit that they say. But you know what? We're going to be delivered for our faith, and they're going to be destroyed because of their ignorance, man, and because of their wickedness. So since we kept bringing it up, this is going to be the last precept. All right? It's Revelations 13 and 15. It says, I'm going to go to the point. It says, Revelations 13:16. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." And we know that's the RFID microchip, okay, the mark of the beast. "And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name." And that's what it's coming to. You're not going to be able to actively, partake in the different things that Esau has to offer without taking his mark, all right, which is the chip. And the elect aren't going to take it, and therefore, at the end of this thing, they're going to be the ones to be delivered. And everybody else that fulfilled the lust of the flesh thereof, because they were weak, they didn't have the faith, they didn't have Yahweh Shemel Shai, they're going to be the ones destroyed in the thermonuclear hellfire when Yahweh Shai returns. So with that, we say Shalom.